Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. A big gain there on the first play of the game. 61 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Partner, I know you call the play-by-play, but you know your ball. If I throw these numbers at you, all right, 6 yards shy of 2,000 of total yards from scrimmage for a rookie running back. What do you think?
Sounds like me in high school.
It sounds like you're doing it, right?
It's really fascinating in what he was able to do. The thing for me, though, he did that as a rookie. Can you keep going up from those numbers your sophomore campaign?
I think that you can. He's had examples of that preceding him in the NFL. Some guys who are in the Hall of Fame right now. Remember, he had 16 total touchdowns because it's not just his ability to run it. He can catch it out of the...
Now a hit and a loose football. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. Here's a look at the young Atlanta Falcons, although next year, obviously, everyone will be a year older. So rookies like Deion Jones, Keanu Neal, Devondre Campbell, an extra year, well, their only year, but a year under their belt now to get better.
They're just young and growing, aren't they? I mean, I expect their play to continue to accelerate and elevate. And think about the building blocks they had in front of them. Second-year guys in 2016 who had big years. Grady Jarrett, a monster in the Super Bowl, tied a sack record in that game against New England. And Vic Beasley led the NFL in sacks for the regular season with 15 and a half, and also had 6 forced fumbles.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Here's Eric Weems now on the return. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Freeman, the lone man, in the backfield. Now they'll run it on the toss. Able to shake 3 for about 7 up to the 35.
And when you watch Devontae Freeman run the football, you can almost close your eyes and hear him running the football, can't you? Because people just scatter. I mean, you know, when he goes through a pile, it moves in a positive direction for him. I just love how hard he plays the game.
1,000-yard season. He had 11 touchdowns last year. In March, 25 years old. So he's kind of hitting that sweet spot for a running back, isn't he?
He really is. And I still remember the evaluation of him coming out of college. He does everything well, but you weren't sure he had a dominant trait. Well, wrong about that. He's dominant in just about everything he does, and I think that he's going to continue to elevate his game and seek a 3rd Pro Bowl in 2017.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Over 1,400 yards last year for Jones. Just 6 touchdowns, but, you know, of course he had the big 300-yard game. However, when he was blanketed with coverage, he always opens things up for other guys, doesn't he?
He does, and that's what's benefited Atlanta's offense. Other guys were able to step up. In 2016, Mohamed Sanu stepped up and had his best year as a pro. Austin Hooper, as a young tight end, really developed down the stretch. And Taylor Gabriel, who had come over as a free agent from Cleveland, he really flourished, actually led the team in touchdown catches. But there's only one Julio Jones, and you want to get the ball to him as much as possible.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. 34 yards. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field, and they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive, but they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. On 3rd down, Ryan. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. And that's caught by Tammy. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence. Or I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as...
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Ryan. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will knot us up at 10. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one. But they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Second and 10. Romo once more. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Check, check, check.
On 2nd down, here's Romo. He's going to let this one go deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Romo now to throw. And he comes back with one complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 1st and 10, Romo. He's going to launch this thing way downfield and almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive, nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of different than driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? So that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll come out in the pistol.
White 20. White 20.
Dunbar. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. To play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Set, white 20. White 20.
They're going to go for it. It's Romo. He's going to air one out. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense.
He's got a man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrence Williams, 83 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Finding Gabriel complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out here in the eye. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Short kick here. Fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a first down throw. Romo. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Bryce Butler, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's...
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And here now come the Falcons. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They come out here in the eye. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. This is Coleman. And his first carry, he loses the football. But they will not be able to capitalize. And apparently that's all, Larry. So much for the halftime report. We'll see in the postgame. We're ready to get to the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second down, here's Ryan. Drops it off for Coleman. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. He finds Coleman. And he loses the football a second time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. 2nd and 10 now. Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast, but sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you, and maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
A lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, off goes Matt Ryan, and on is another Matt Bryant. Now Sean. This will be caught at about the 5. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Back to throw, Romo. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they gave it a shot, quarterback sneak, not able to get it.
No, but if you're going to call a QB sneak on 3rd down, you draw it up to get it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Maybe they were thinking 4-down territory.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
It's a results-oriented business, and the result here is a 1st down. But my goodness, that has taken a huge chance on 4th down, especially that deep in your own territory. But they've made it pay off.
Let's go now. Left 35.
After the run, now Romo going to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play here for Dallas. 53 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's no quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
To throw on 2nd down is Romo. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. 3rd down here.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Let's go now. Right 20.
Throwing on 3rd down, Romo. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses. And now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
And quickly, they get to the line. Ryan turns and gives to DeMarco. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Second down following the run. Coleman now. And some space here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Ryan now to throw on third down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. They come up in an offset eye. Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Gives it to the up back. That's Patrick DeMarco. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. On second down, Ryan. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
And the play clock's running down. They'll run the option left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
But one of the things you like about a zone read play that has an option component to it is that it gives you plenty of different ways to go. On this one, though, I'm not sure they chose the right one. Maybe they should have pitched it out on this one because that play was absolutely swallowed up.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have broken our tie. And he's got it up and through. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of the team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
We got three, fellas. Here we go.
2nd and 10. Romo once more. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Well, that plays a statistic
Here we go.
that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Check.
Desperation time for Romo on 4th down. Finding time. He's going to go up top again. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. Now, on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
That is caught inside the 5. A good pickup there, a 22. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
His pass caught at the 4. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And it's 3rd down and goal from the 4. Coleman, and he is going to lose yardage here. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, push their backs clearly against the wall.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Now Romo. And Beasley with it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Check.
Romo now to throw. He's got time. He's going to let it fly. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left.
Let's go now.
Romo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Robert Alford. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On second down, Freeman. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility.